everyone, and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom. And before I begin, if you are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Everyone, please like this. What are we doing here? Talking about Married at First Sight. Like this video, either live, replay, or brand new. And leave me your comments, whether you are on the replay or here live with me today. I really appreciate it. Today, we're going to talk about Married at First Sight, Season 17, Denver. Again, the never-ending season. Episode 19. So the episode was called Sex Lies and Questionable Behavior. So this is supposed to be the last episode before decision day for all the participants. I like to say participants because really, who's a couple on here besides Chloe and Michael? Chloe and Michael will have an additional, I think, 3 weeks of the experiment before they get to their own decision day. And honestly, when Chloe and Michael, when we do see their separate decision day, I hope like maybe it's all of, 10, 15 minutes. And then right after they say yes or no to stay together, we just jump right into the reunion, because there's no sense of having Chloe and Michael have a full episode of Married at First Sight. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I mean, that would be like so ridiculous, such a waste of energy, time, money, production, and viewership. But that's just my opinion. You let me know what you think. So, all right. Well, hopefully you all got a chance to watch it, because listen, it was the Last Supper for Emily. It was the last dance for Becca, and it was double dating for Claire. I was like, oh my goodness. And then it was get your groove on with Chloe and Michael. All right. So maybe Chloe and Michael were already doing a little something before they got the suggestion from Dr. Pia, because that's her thing, the sex expert, to, go see, go visit an adult store to see what you can find to maybe, express your emotions and your feelings and everything else that comes along with it. So, all right, now let me read some comments and let me see who's here. Let me say hello. Let's get the pleasantries out the way. Again, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Olaf Frappes and T, thank you for joining. Yes, like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy the live. Tamika, hey girl, hey. Yes, welcome. And Miss Sharon, hello there. Hello. And Sharon's saying hello to you all as well. And hello, Miss Cynthia. Yes, ma'am. And, okay, you got your Espanol. Hola, ¿cómo está? I thought it was ¿cómo está ustedes? Is that what it is? I think you missed something there to make it está ustedes. Okay. A little something around here. All right, so good. Hopefully everyone got a chance to watch the episode. You know what I'm going to do? I'm already going to drop the link, because this whole episode was scandalous to me. Now, I want to go in. I know we're probably going to try to, go out of order a little bit, but just for the sanctity of the final episode before decision day, I'm going to try to stay in a little bit of order with this episode. It's going to be hard, especially with that Emily and Brennan situation. And listen, I felt bad for Emily, but at the same time, I'm like, girl, why didn't you see this coming? And Brennan, the nerve, the gall, the audacity, and anything else you want to add in there for Michael's vocabulary and the thesaurus and dictionary to add in there with Brennan, because that was so out of line. Yes, ma'am. I see you trying. Yes. Chocolate Queen. Hello there. Hello. Okay. Let me go ahead and drop the link. So if you want to join the panel, you can. Again, let me explain it. So if you click the link that I put in the comments, it will take you to your Google or whatever's on your phone. You have the option of not showing your face. It'll say mute camera and just have, vocals you just talk to me that way. Or you can show your face and talk to me the same way too. And if you're shy or nervous or whatever, you just want to stay in the comments, that's fine too. No problem. I appreciate you for joining. Frappes and T, you said, I think MAFS should try the GB format for future seasons. I don't know what that is. What's the GB format? I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm thinking real hard on the fly, but I can't pick it up. So I'm thinking GB, it stands like, sports, like Green Bay for me. So I'm not sure what you mean. So I'm sorry. Let me know if you can, if it's not too risque. Okay. All right, ma'am. Backstage. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Hello, Tamika. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Oh, the UK format. Oh, okay. All right. And what about you, sir? Oh my God. All right. How are you feeling?
I feel good. I feel good.
Good. In the dark. I'm hearing. Who has other things in the background?
It ain't
You can
me.
hear it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Just in case it's not a something that will get demonetized or whatever.
No, no, I'm on a Zoom too.
Oh, you multitasking. All
Get
right.
that money.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, you know how I go.
All right. So, okay, let's get started. First up, Chocolate Queen says, wish they adopted from the Aussie format. Let me just say, when Married at First Sight Australia first came to America, when Millennial, before she started doing her master's degree and all the things that she got to take care of, that's why you don't see her like that on the channel. We did a season of that. But here's the thing with Australia, they taped those seasons so many years ago that you are able to, and I hate to spoil it for you, but you're able to Google and already see it on YouTube, all the episodes. So, which made it for us, being on YouTube to give you the video, but we already saw it in advance. Like we also the reunions and everything else too. So it's like way more advanced than the United States version. So there you go. And on top of that, the Aussie format, they don't mind cheating and playing the round robins with the couple and stuff. I don't know if I cared for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I cared for that. That's a whole different dynamic. So anyways, you feeling better, Devontae? Sharon said.
I feel way better.
Good. And Frappes and T said yes. Each week you decide if you want to stay with the person or not. Yeah, that
You
part.
sound better.
You do sound better.
Thank you.
I agree with you, Frappes and T. That part, you don't have to wait till decision day. Yes, but it's just how much shenanigans they have to put up with every week. You know what I'm saying? So that I see what you're saying with that. All right. So first up, let's start with a quick scene with Claire and Emily. So Claire's talking with Emily about the conversation she had with Cameron. She said that, Emily is saying how emotionally Claire is saying how emotional she is with Cameron, saying, they talk about everything. And Cameron even told her, you know what, when it comes to decision day, I know that you're going to be emotional and it's okay. So we'll go with that. And I'm like, who's playing who? First of all, Claire, I need you to put your mental therapist, we're going to pretend like you already graduated from your master's degree, because I know it takes a minute because I have one. Okay. But act like that you went through, right? Act like you went through the process of getting your continuing education units and being in the field and shadowing people, of knowing, people's personalities, because Cameron's not giving you the up and up here. Is that just me, or are we seeing that as well as a whole?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not
Sharon
at
says
all.
resident therapist. I mean, is she? Chocolate Queen says, I like how the experts are involved and get them exercises. That's true. They do that on the UK version. These therapists are checked out here on the American version because they're forever taping the next series or two, so they don't have time to be involved like they used to be. That's part of the issue here, so. But anyways, Emily's like, yeah, ever since the accident, me and Brennan are back on the same page. And, I really thought that we could reposition ourselves to get our relationship back on track. And ready, everybody? Who knew? You gotta do it like that. Who knew that the tree accident would, make us come back together in a relationship? I was like, are you for real? Like, is this, what's that show called? The Twilight Zone? Are you for real? Because I'm like, she can't really be serious about this, but she really was. What do y'all think about just this before we jump into the other scenes? What y'all think? Or Devontae, you can when you're ready, Tamika.
Like about Her saying that they doing better because she fell into a tree.
Just in general, when she was talking to Claire in the beginning about her and Brennan and just, all the fluffy and butterfly she was feeling. We're only talking about that part right now.
I'm just trying to. I'm trying to figure out how. I'm like, I feel like he really wasn't doing anything that a normal human being wasn't doing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just she ain't really had no good signs or anything. So now she just looking for anything. So if he opened the door, oh my God, he loves me. Like,
Yep. You know what? Are you
I
ready?
agree.
You agree? Are you ready,
Mhm.
backstage? Are you ready? Backstage. Ma'am, I'm going to bring you up anyways. Hi, Kayla.
Hey, Taylor.
Hey, how are you?
Haven't seen you in a while. Congratulations on everything, your daughter and your journey and all that stuff.
It's been crazy. I usually have something else to do on Thursdays, but today it was changed. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna get on with y'all.
Yeah.
All right.
hey.
Thank you. So Sharon says, I feel like he's treating her better, but he's faking. Sharon, I never really thought he treated
He
her
never
better.
liked her.
I just think it was like in the moment.
I think he liked
Yeah.
her. I think the honeymoon changed everything. I think he
Yeah.
did. I think he was open to it. And then whatever happened on the honeymoon,
Mhm.
like, I think that's what changed it.
Yeah, I think
He's
so
not a
too.
forgiving person. That's what I think, that he's not forgiving. Because then it wouldn't have mattered about the honeymoon. He's still mad about that.
Was he mad
Angry.
about really? She didn't do anything. It's the honeymoon. You just got married and you just went to where they go, Mexico, wherever they went. So what's to be mad at? There's nothing happened. So
He
that's
mad that he's still here. And he got to still go through the motions.
true too.
Mhm.
Chocolate Queen says he's a controlling person. Yes, he definitely.
Who we talking about?
We're just talking about the scene with Emily talking to Claire about how she feels more connected with Brennan and how she feels like since the accident, they repositioned themselves and now she's treating him to dinner. I'm like, no, girl, he should still be treating you to dinner. You know what I'm saying? She shouldn't be lifting up.
Mhm.
I felt like he was a little scary because like someone said, he was so controlling of everything. And why would you get on this kind of show if you were so concerned about the cameras?
Right.
That's why I don't understand. I hate that about everybody. I don't want to look a certain way on camera. Like, what are you gonna look like? I mean, you control how you look. Like, if you don't want to look bad on camera, at least fake it.
Well, I think he tried to fake it. It didn't work. After a while, just with anything, you can't
Yeah.
fake it anymore. The real you always comes out. Doesn't matter where
Hmm.
you are or work, relationship, anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It always comes out.
I think she should have waved the SOS flag when Claire told her that, oh yeah, when they had the little powwow and she put it out that Brennan made her delete all the videos that she did that made him look bad in front of everybody. I think that was her time to tell the producers, I need an SOS and get me out of here because that's a seriously controlling situation.
Well, even before that,
Hmm.
even when the experts came to visit multiple times, she could have had an out because she hadn't been treated well since the very beginning. So, all right, let's move to Becca and Austin. So, Becca and Austin are at a pottery shop for an activity. In confessional, Becca's still crying, talk about she doesn't know who Austin is because off camera he's one way, on camera, he's a different person. But they sit down at that pottery place and she's talking to him as if nothing's really going on. She's like, I'm happy that you came, like she does every week. I'm happy that we came here and I hope to get to know you better. We can reconnect. And Austin is just going through the motions, right? He don't care. He's just going through the motion. But Austin did kind of stick up for himself a little bit. He did call her out he called her out twice about being he can't talk the way he wants to because he feels like they're going to have a disagreement because she feels like he's combative all the time. So when he says, do you think I'm combative? He's like, no, she's like, no, I don't think so. I'm like, you told the experts you thought he was combative and you weren't on the same page. So which one is it? So to me, she's flip-flopping as well. Austin always has, because we know that he doesn't like her like that either. But what do you think? What do you think Becca really wants? Is it just the sexual part of it, or what does she want from from Brennan's Austin, excuse me, since she knows he's checked out? What do you think she wants? Because
she wants the D. That's
What?
all she cares. She only wants
yeah.
that's all she wants. I'm
Mute your
tired
mic.
about it.
Caleb,
Mute your mic.
It's called mute your mic.
Mute your mic. We all
I'm
know she's
tired of
sexually
hearing
frustrated. But
I mean,
yeah,
I think I agree though. I feel like that's what she want. But I
yeah.
also feel like she want him to like flirt with her like normal. Like, I mean, they ain't been together long. So it's just, or like, if your girl getting undressed, like cop a feel or a peek, she getting dressed, he like, excuse me, oh, can you pass me the soap?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
walk.
pass me my sock over there. He ain't like turned around like, okay then, oh snap, the experts did their thing. He ain't doing none of that. He just like, you don't see that I'm naked? Yeah, it's cool. Excuse me though, you're blocking the Netflix. I was watching that.
But you
Yeah,
know
that
what?
was a little bit much.
Yeah, this was the first time that she said that, though, that he just walked past her in that type of manner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he ain't attracted to her. That
He
was the
is
icing
not.
on. That was the icing on it. Now, if you butt naked and a man don't do nothing,
Right.
woo.
But I think that she has turned him off so much. It's like, I think, I'm not saying that Austin, I think she, with her constantly talking about the one thing that she wants, and it's like pounding into his head. I think it has become such a turnoff, because I do believe some men want to, some men, they want to be the ones to be the aggressor, and
Right.
she's the aggressor. And I think it's a total turn off for him. And I think he's just done. It's like, I'm over it. I don't care if the girl run around butt naked for days. I'm just done.
Been done.
Yep. Sharon says every woman wants to be desired, but Austin doesn't like her like that. That he's not a man enough to tell her truth if he's not ready. Chocolate Queen says she should have just relaxed and let it happen naturally. That's true.
It wasn't
And
going to happen.
right. And Queen also says you should always be able to talk with your partner no matter what. And then Cynthia says, but Becca is in love with Austin. Make it make sense. That's true. Now, here's the thing we've been waiting for the whole season, especially you, Devontae, because you're like, where's the scenes? Where's the scenes? Well, you finally got the producers
Out
cut
time.
of the scenes of the living room when they're sitting there talking, off camera. And it's a whole bunch of, what are you talking about? How come we don't do this? Why don't we do that? And Austin says, I'm going to look bad in front of millions of people. I don't want to come off this way. And she said, oh, so you just want what'd she say? The optics of what it looks like. And then Becca was like, okay, well, excuse me, I'm just going to get up and go to my room. And when she went to the room, he got his stuff and he was out of there. So did she get what she wanted, or did she not get what she wanted? Or who got what they wanted in that
She
scene?
didn't. But she let him know, like, listen, I just want y'all to see this is how he is.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they put that out there, that he's just not into you, sis.
And he was making her look crazy. Like, he was making her look
Mm-hmm.
desperate and making her look crazy. And I'm glad that she finally, put it out there, like, who y'all see on camera or who he is when the cameras aren't there is two different things. Then it clicked to me, like, because she was coming off as real desperate and real thirsty. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so you care about what you look like, but you could care less how she looked. He's just
Right.
concerned with himself. And I just thought that was kind of selfish,
Yeah,
and he was putting it out there like he kept on giving her false hopes. Who does that to somebody they care about?
that's true. Now,
Yeah,
what
the
he
way he even talked about that was weird. Like when they talked about sex, it was like cheesy. It was like cringy. We're gonna finally do it. Yeah, we're gonna have nasty time. Whoa, yeah. Like what is
Like
the
they in
like?
middle school.
Right, what is this weird for? And then you promised her that. Then was like, I want to go sleep in Von Miller's bed. You can come if you want to. What type of weird? Like, bro,
he
no.
still wasn't going to do anything because he was drunk anyways. But when they were, I forgot to mention this part, when they were doing the pottery, he did say to Becca that he's trying to remember what Pastor Cal told them to do or suggested they do is to move with intention. And I'm like, oh, is this what you call it? You're moving with intention, Austin?
Yeah, but if that man downstairs ain't got no intentions with her, it ain't gonna
No
work.
intentions.
It ain't got no intentions. The man down there sleep. That's why
Right.
you don't care what she's saying. Like when you at least trying to get some, you might pay. You really gonna pay attention. You ain't even trying to get none no more. So you like, oh, you sick
Donald is
today?
dead. I will call
Sucks to
him
suck.
Donald. Donald is
Mm-hmm.
dead.
No,
Yeah, it's just yeah. I just don't. I
Yeah.
don't. I don't. Yeah. It's just like when she got to the water with the bikini when they was doing the when they was in the little hot tub. Like he ain't like he butt out whatever the boobs.
He
He
didn't care.
over there. He was
He was
trying to
like,
get in
"Oh,
there.
look, the bluebird."
Right. It wasn't no little kissing in the hot tub. It's a steam. Like what? Come on. Like nah.
well, he always ends up giving her a peck. You know what I'm saying? But she wants
You can't
more.
never trust nobody that peck all the time. Where's the make out? You
Right.
don't
Woody Woodpecker.
when you trying to get in the groove, you don't peck nobody to get in the groove.
No,
That's
you shouldn't have to.
That's true. All right, let's move to Michael and Chloe. So they meet with Dr. Pia, and Michael says he has a feeling they're going to talk about intimacy. And I'm like, Michael, if you do talk about intimacy, can you please not talk about everything that comes to your mind? Because Michael is on my nerves. Right? So he tried. He didn't say everything. He gave like a little half a Easter speech, right? So
Right.
they admitted that they reach out and touch one another, okay, during their times.
That scream when they caught them on camera,
The
I was
producers
like filling each other up. I was like, are we going like a whole different route? Like, I've never seen them show that on none of the seasons. I was cracking up, but I was like, what are y'all showing right now?
I was trying to figure out what I was seeing. I said, did she just whip it out? I was like, what happened when it went blank or when the caption went up over her? Like, I'm like,
you know what happened.
is she laying down? I was like, they was just sitting there watching Jeopardy, and then she just
Yeah.
like it didn't look like it was nothing leading up to it. Like they were just sitting there. It's like she went and grabbed some popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Tamika. What you
Grab
gonna say?
something. Listen, I was like, "What y'all doing down there? Hello."
I think they did it. I think they lied. Ain't no way you doing all that. We ain't doing all
Right.
that. And we got the camera up there. Y'all know it's on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We know.
I found this again because I'm not a Michael fan. I was completely, first of all, I wasn't turned on. I was turned off. I was like, why are we watching this mess?
Right. We watching Pornhub.
But like you said, Kayla, I was like, first of all, I said, I was sitting here and I paused the TV. I said, I know Married at First Sight is not putting this on the TV to get their ratings up. Because
They
like
turned that into Mia Cooper.
And with the spoiler drop last week, talk about no couple has ever had. Okay, even if it was the Monica Lewinsky situation, it's still a situation. You know what I'm saying? If something touch you here, touch you there, it's still a situation. And then when Dr. Pia suggested, the adult novelty store, I was surprised with Chloe. Because one, she was like, "Oh, I keep my toy under my pillow." I'm like, "Okay, girl, you single, do whatever." But when
Why is it
Michael,
under your pillow?
That's a
but
little
That's too much
strange.
information.
That's a
that,
little strange. Why I gotta be that close? That mean you, ma'am, you got a problem. You are in love with that toy. This is why you need a nightstand.
Right.
Lock it
Right.
up.
Why can't it just be next to you on the bed?
like
Like
you
what's
missed
going on?
the nightstand, right?
You wake up in the middle of the night, grab it like it's an extra pillow or something. Like, what's going on? No.
But the trick for me is that Michael, though, was reserved. And I was like, wait a minute, Michael, hold on. Now, see, you giving us, at least me, a third perspective. You, sir, and I'm not muting my mic on this either. You, sir, are reserved. Michael, the way you present, right? So they get in the adult novelty shop and he's like, I don't know what to get. I was like, don't play in our face.
But you know, most people that's confident is always like non-confident in something.
But the person I got a kick out of was the worker. The worker was into his job, or their job, excuse me, wanted to help for everything,
Trying to get that sale. Let me show you the Tasmanian devil. 3,000.
Right.
He sure enough was, because those stores are not cheap. So he was pulling out all this stuff.
Right. Cynthia says, I cringed seeing Michael and Chloe. I did too, girl. I did too. Chocolate Queen said, or under the pillow. Mm-hmm. And Frappes and T said, Chloe took my buddy to a new level.
I don't know why everybody cringe and they grown. I was like, okay, Lifetime, that's what we on.
No. There's a place and time for that, to see that. I don't want to see that on your
I do feel like they kind of violated them. Like, if I did that on my couch, don't air that out on TV, man.
And not just that, when they got the toys, it was like, what is this? Because we're not gonna say what it was. It was different than what I thought it was at first. I'm like, oh, so he gonna try to do whatever. But it was something. I said, oh my goodness.
That's what I thought too. I thought what you thought. Then I said, oh, that's not what I think it is. That's something else.
I said, now this needs to come off the TV now. I fast forwarded past that. I'm like, I can't do this, because what if they went into action? I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. But anyway, well, do you think they used it?
Yep.
Somebody used it.
I think they tried it. I think they did what Dr. Pia. I think they did what Dr. Pia asked them to do. Like, did they in front of each other?
Both of them are very free and very open. And I also think too that makes a difference is that both of them are older.
Yeah.
I think that makes a huge
difference.
True. I agree with that. Yes.
Because at this point, we both trying to get to the mountaintop. Now let's do this.
Right.
He's silly.
Like I say, it's right. Sharon says Chloe was more interested in the toys than Michael. He said he was a little more vanilla, but he was willing to learn. Chloe says she needed a new, you know what?
Yeah, because it's probably wore out. It's under the pillow.
It's probably worn out. Yeah.
That thing probably
right. Soft, flimsy.
Listen, they
lost its luster.
They all don't
it ain't got no rhythm. It only got the one level though.
Right. It ain't hooking. The hook ain't hooking no more.
It sound like a microwave.
She worked that pigeon out. But she was excited. I was like, huh? Yeah. But she was so hyped to go into that store. And Michael was playing along. I guess he said, listen, after this, I'll do whatever she want to do. If she want me to experiment with this thing, then he looking at it like, if he experiments with this thing, then he's going to go to the real thing. I mean, that's just common sense. That's the logic of it all. Yeah. It would be crazy for her to tell him, okay, get to work. And then she don't
Not good at work.
She don't offer
I
to
mean,
represent.
I would be happy too because like it's like if I'm on TV and they send me to Best Buy, they probably done gave me a little spending money. Yeah, ball out, yes sir. I'm about to go get that. It's on Lifetime credit card. Yeah. So she probably was like, oh, you said one limit $2,000.
Oh yeah.
I've been looking at the Loch Ness monster for 20 years. So
Meet your mind.
$2,000.
Meet your
How you
mind.
know it's called the Loch Ness monster?
I don't know. I guarantee she probably I guarantee it was something in there she been looking at. She's like, I've been saving up for that thing, but now I could get it off Lifetime.
Chocolate Queen says, "Oh, he gets to wear more of her jewelry." All right, so let's move to the dinner of Emily and Brennan. So they had Emily had a very nice streak with Brennan. The conversation starts on a nice note. I was like, "Ooh, that's a nice little steakhouse they went to. They look like there's a little private area." Now,
Man,
with
that steak look good.
whether it be Married at First Sight or any other show, I always like to look at the food because I'm a foodie, just see what people are eating, right? And so the conversation starts light. Oh, I'm happy to reconnect with you. And who knew the tree branch and all this and that. And Brenna's like, yeah, me too. I felt like we're back on a better page and back in a better space. And then all of a sudden,
It went left.
it went left with the conversation. How did it get on like his exes though? Like, because Chloe started to get like a little sarcastic in her conversation. I'm like, did I miss something? I'm like, how did we're back on the same page? I feel what you're saying. She's like, yeah, but I don't have a crystal ball, and you said you don't read minds. So like your exes, I'm not a mind reader. I was like, what? What happened here?
What you say that for, girl?
Right. Right. So
And then it went womp womp.
Exactly.
I was glad she finally spoke up because she always got something to say about everybody else's relationship. And I just felt like, I swear, girl, if you don't shut up, because you let that man control everything. So unless you want to speak up, shut up.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about, you know why? I'm glad she spoke up, but at the same time, I don't think that dinner was the appropriate place to speak up because Emily's had many opportunities, in my opinion, to speak up when the experts were there several times, even before the accident, even before they even went out to ride the ATVs, before the accident happened, because Brennan was already staying in a separate room. So the things that should have been said along the way. Clearly, she said some things already because Brennan thinks she's negative. But my thing is for her to get so sarcastic so fast after, maybe it was editing because Brennan was like, yeah, we're on the same page. And then she's like, yeah, well, I'm not a mind reader, don't have a crystal ball like your exes. I'm like, where did that come from? That was out of left field. So I think when she said that, because Brennan's already on edge anyway, but when she said that, that's when his whole face changed into one of those movies what's those mafia movies? You know what I'm talking about? Like The Godfather. His face would drop like, you said what? To me it did. And I'm like, oh, here we go. So now Brennan's acknowledging that, yeah, things didn't go right. She's like, and Emily kept being sarcastic with her conversation because Brennan was actually quiet. I'm not on Team Brennan, period. But Brennan was quiet while she was having her moment. And then when Brennan said, well, I helped save your life. I'm like, see, first of all, you're taking too much credit for that, number one, because you're not a doctor. You just stopped first.
You ain't do. You act like you put some stitches on. Boy, you put a towel on somebody else and held it.
And held her hand.
Right, that's your wife. You should do that. Or
you should have did that.
That's a human. Like you gonna just walk past, and she was a woman.
Right, so, any good human being would have did that.
Right.
Brennan had the low blow, but my thing is, where was Chloe's aggression or sarcasm coming from? Because the conversation didn't start off that way. It was a nice dinner, right? So she brought up exes and everything else. So, because I didn't hear Brenda say anything. I'm just trying to figure out why it turned left like that. Anybody know? Anybody catch it?
I didn't.
I
don't know why it was
because they was just sitting there because she kept on bragging about how who would have knew our relationship would have changed with you running into a tree if you didn't run into a tree. Like, and he was like, and he said, like, but if you would have listened to me, if we would have never basically still been together or trying to do this,
Yeah.
we would have never went on that ATV ride. You would have never almost died. That's why.
That's
That's when the
what
conversation
he
happened.
said, and that triggered her. Cause that's what it. You're right. Cause that triggered her right away.
Mm.
I only remember that
Okay.
because me and my wife was watching it. She was like, "What did he just say?" I was like, "Oh, let me rewind."
Oh my goodness. Let me read something that I found on the Married at First Sight website. You may have seen it before on IG today, whatever, but I'm just going to just read it in general. Someone made this comment, says, am I the only one that understands where Brennan is coming from? Emily literally sabotaged the conversation. All was going well until she wanted to backtrack prior to the accident. So that's what, because I read that after I typed out my notes. And discuss what was wrong then. Should have focused on where they are now. Alcohol, in my opinion, seems to be a factor here. She's all about having a good time, but she does seem to critique and dislike a lot of things. I too would not like to be around someone that always says they hate this and that.
I agree.
You're on mute, Devontae.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
I agree. I was
that
gonna say, yeah, I agree.
yeah, that
Mhm.
negativity and all of that. It's just like, okay, you're literally taking me off my natural high, being negative all the time.
But
Mhm.
where's the footage of him ever being positive? So for her to turn him off from being like turn a
No,
positive
that's her
situation
that's
where he was
always
happy.
being negative.
They talk about her personality, not just
I
Brennan.
know, but I'm saying like, where is the evidence showing like he was real happy and she said this and it just turned it off? Other than this dinner.
I was about to say the dinner, the honeymoon for whatever happened. Cynthia says Emily has a nasty side. We all saw how she got nasty with Keisha. Frappes and T said, sorry, I would have been like, Brennan, can I at least enjoy my steak? But Brennan said he wanted to enjoy his steak and she kept talking. Keisha Knight Pulliam from the after party. So I just thought that comment was interesting because I thought the same thing when I was watching it. I was like, what is happening here? Like, why did she go back into detail? But I guess, when you're hurt, you bring up all the things that you remember to say and all this other stuff. And I agree. I think that Claire had put a battery in her back. Now, when the production showed clips of Emily talking about, oh, I didn't like their vows at Michael and Chloe's wedding, did you think she was being mean and nasty? Or what do you think about that, everybody?
She was being who she is. She has something to say about everybody else. That is who she's very opinionated. And she always got something to say. That's just who she is. But his thing, Brennan's thing is that he doesn't want to hear anything that doesn't make him look good. So even if she said something negative, let's just say, yeah, but if I hadn't gotten to that accident, would you have really been there for me? Or, anything to really talk about issues. He don't want to talk about issues. He don't want to do anything. So in his mind, oh, here she go again. He goes on the attack, and he's very narcissistic, and he what do you call it when he gaslights her all the time. All the time.
Yeah. So Sharon said Brennan wants to be seen and not heard. Oh, that's a way to look at it too.
I told y'all he was a narcissist. The
You
fourth
did.
or the seventh episode, y'all was like, no.
Yeah, he is.
Mute your mic. Don't ask you for all that back talk. Anyways, when Emily, of course she was hurt. She got up from the table. First of all, I'm not sitting on the bathroom floor.
That's what I said. I said, oh, she hurt her. She on the floor.
That was nasty.
I said, this a good look. This the second time they did some nasty stuff. First, when he poured the mop water in the sink, I said, oh. I said, he nasty. He done poured the mop water in the sink. You got two toilets. Don't they got two toilets?
Yeah, or toss it outside in the yard or something. Let
Or
it
throw it
run.
over the balcony. I don't know. Don't throw it in the sink. Like, I said, y'all did that on camera? It was like, oh. I was like,
Chocolate
we
Queen
just going full nasty today.
said this guy is orangey with an issue with that. Yeah, he had an issue with her from the very, very beginning. But Emily's, I mean, I'm sure she could have sat somewhere else to get her frustrations out. And production, they were in there talking to her, right? Like, girl, come on out this bathroom. Go sit around the front or something. Go to the car, the van or
Why
something.
you ain't sit on the sink? It's too many. Oh, or sit on the toilet with some tissue.
It's just
No, they were feeding her. They was just like adding fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
right.
Why did he talk to you like that? And I'm thinking to myself, y'all know that man been talking to her like that the whole time.
The whole time.
But when
And you
he's,
know what? Go ahead, Devontae.
I was gonna say when he said that she would have never almost died, or when he said, but he saved her life. That eyebrow got the twitchy. She could. That was it. Did he just say he saved my life?
Well, I think anybody would be upset with that, though. I think so, because that's a low blow. That one is not true. That's a low blow. You know what I'm saying? You know, someone being sarcastic is different than like, you know, if I wasn't there, I saved your life. I'm like, excuse me, what? See, it just goes to show the different demographics, right? But producers telling her like, Emily, you know, this is not you. You're better than this. You know, talking to her off the ledge in the bathroom.
With her dirty butt on the floor.
I know, but I was surprised she went back to the table. First of all, I'm not after my accident. I'm not filming no more. That would have been just me, right? Why go back to the table to say what? So pretty much, is this it? So this how you feel, right? That's how she broke it down, and he was like, "Well, yeah, you know."
Like he been telling you that. You needed it to be done ruthlessly, huh? You suck. I don't like you. I'm tired of just doing this. Oh, so I suck? Yeah, you suck. I've been telling you suck. You complain, you whine, you nag. I don't have time for this. Yes, I don't have a personality and I don't know how to show my emotions, but you have a negative comment on everything and I can't deal with that.
Right.
Still, I just wouldn't have came back to the table. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, I don't think it's intentional, but it's a glutton for punishment. Like, why should she keep going back and back for more? He's never been positive with you, and how it turned at the table, you know. Frappes and T said, don't forget the twitch in Emily's nose like Elizabeth Montgomery. Oh, Bewitched.
She does have a little twitch.
I think Emily is the type, she got to win. She got to either get the last word or win the argument. You're not going to break up with me. I broke up with you. I feel like that's why they still together. She was like, oh no, okay, you trying to play me. So you know what? I'm going to reel you back in and then I'm going to break up with you.
Yeah, let me run into this tree.
That's exactly what it was.
Hey, look, y'all seen the thin line between love and hate. That was just her putting the orange in the stocking and putting her arm in the door. She just ran into a tree. She's like, oh, you don't love me?
She wasn't going to end it. She needed him to end it for whatever reason. But in my opinion, he been ended it. He was just like, you know, when he said he wasn't moving in for real, and you had to bring your stuff in for real. That was enough for me. You know what I'm saying? He don't want you there. All right. Sometime later, Emily and Claire get back together and they talk. And Claire tells Emily about the double date while Emily tells Claire about the dinner. And Claire's like, you know, I really didn't want to do this. I really want to root for you. I'm like, see, that is not a real friend, because let me tell you something. Ayla, Tamika, Sharon, Chocolate Queen, Cynthia, any Frappes and tea, anybody. I'm telling you, before you go to the steakhouse, what's up?
Don't do it. Don't do it. Why are you doing this?
Told that girl that. They should have been told her. the way that she did it, I felt like it was like misery loves company. I didn't want to tell you, but now I gotta tell you.
Yeah. So if it went good, right? Or
Right.
if Emily said it went good, and Emily wasn't crying and everything, so she wasn't going to tell her. That's not a real friend. That's not a therapist. Therapists are not supposed to withhold.
Not at all. Be very transparent.
Right.
Like somebody should have just, girl, don't. What I tell you.
First of all, I'm trying to figure out who's trying to go on a double date with them two.
Yeah, but
Right.
that's besides the point. I would have told you the minute I heard the information. Now, if I heard the information right before you went out, that's different. But Claire said she's had this information from whoever. So I wasn't feeling Claire on that at all. So of course,
Cam,
That ain't
you a
your
rat.
friend.
Cam, you a rat. Cam is a rat. If we gonna creep together, don't tell my business to my wife.
Exactly.
Where is the bro
Wait, who
code?
was that? Alexis? Last year when they was doing that pillow talk and Alexis went and told
Yeah, like
all the
what is she
business.
doing, bro? What are you doing? You know, I knew I was gonna say no to this girl. That's why we was gonna creep, and then by the time the reunion come, I would have had me a girlfriend. But look what you did.
Right.
I don't think it stopped anything. I don't think it stopped anything at all. So again, we're assuming that Cameron told this to Claire. And if that's the case, how does that make Claire look? Because Claire act like she's still holding on to a wing and a prayer too for decision day. She's like, oh yeah, I talked to Cameron. We both know what we want to do in the same breath. I'm like, if it's not.
I think she low key liked him though. He just didn't have no game. He was a lame. He was a dud. He didn't know how to talk to women, and he just wanted sex. But like I think Cam thought his personality was like gold, but ain't nobody really told him like, bro, you're not really funny for real. Like you funny, but like you really don't have no game with the ladies. So like, what are you doing?
He had a dry sense of humor, and I think some of it could have been cultural because he's from a different country.
Yeah.
And Claire, her being a therapist, too busy trying to be his therapist. But truth be told, she really didn't even give him a chance because when he was trying initially, she just wore him out and he just gave up and said, forget it. Yeah. Because she really didn't give him a chance. I really liked him because he was willing to work through it. But then when he was like, all right, 1, 2, 3, we gonna say what we want. It was like, okay. And he was like, that's what you want. That's what I want. Let's go. And then she realized, what did I do? I can't believe I did that. Now she all in her feelings. But
it is what it is now. Cheryl D said Claire's lying. Misery loves company. What's she lying about? The double dating? Because which part do you mean? Because Brennan co-signed the double dating thing. So I'm just kind of curious what you mean. So after that quick little scene with Emily and Claire, so Emily's going to FaceTime Brennan and be like, hold on. I heard what you said. I'm surprised Brennan even answered the phone.
He could have been like, new phone, who this?
That's why I was like, I said, this argument's so fake. I said, so y'all FaceTimed each other. Then y'all gave the camera people y'all phone so they could figure out how to put it on camera, and then y'all argued. You can't even do that.
Excuse me. Cheryl thinks double dating was a lie.
I mean,
no, I don't think it was. I think
I think they were planning on doing something. And now whether or not they went is something different. But when you start talking about it, and Brennan was never into it like that, he came in, he was like, okay, well, you know what? Let's do a reset. We just friends.
Where there's smoke, there's fire too. So I believe something. Maybe they were going to double date after decision day, maybe after the process.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, after the fact.
Hey, I don't know. Grammy Slim. Hello.
I feel like that. a lot of these couples though, they mess up with they don't want to push the boundary with the romance department. Like I'm like, I understand you. I'm not saying you got to try to like sleep with the person the first day, but I'm like, you gonna have to push that a little. You gotta push the envelope a little bit on to let her know that you're not trying to be her friend.
I think that the experts need to really kind of dig deeper and vet these people for real, because the last couple of seasons, these people, how you just want to be on a show, you're really not interested in being married in front of everybody. I mean, who gets on a show Married at First Sight? You know you marrying a stranger, and then you change your mind, or I don't want you, don't say this in front of the camera, or I mean, where do y'all think this is reality TV? They all know what reality TV is. It's just retarded.
Right. It's just the fact that, first of all, I was surprised Brennan answered the phone on FaceTime, but second, he was real comfortable and he was like, okay, and no, we was just joking. And okay, so Emily was going off. I guess she had to get off her chest. I guess that was their last little scene. So did she ask him, is this really what you want? I'm like, is he there? Like, Emily, hello?
It's like, girl, why you keep asking? You know.
Right, he in the bed. He in the bed on FaceTime. What's up?
Yeah.
This is you want?
It was a girl next
Exactly.
to him. And he was just telling her, be quiet. Don't say nothing. Let me just talk to her.
Right.
I'm kidding.
The commercial. Listen, Emily, you're right. This is what you really want. He hasn't been there. So
right.
I guess. So then after that, I talked about Becca and Austin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Becca and Austin, he left already. Now, finally, after all that, the ladies meet up to talk. Chloe, everybody except Lauren this time, which I'm surprised because normally they throw her in at random times, right?
Oh, thank God.
So Emily talked to the ladies about Brennan and Cam going out on dates, and she felt the dinner for her to show up for Brennan, how things went wrong. She's like, I don't want to cry, and was told I was being, what she say, too negative. They're like, girl, you've just been nothing but positive. Do you think she's been positive? Do you think they meant positive because she stuck it out with the relationship, or
positively negative?
What?
And positively negative. They got a whole waiting to exhale scene going on.
Yeah.
Gravity Slim says they should make potential casts sit in the conference room and watch some season of Married at First Sight. They may change their mind. I don't know if
they just
want to be on here for the right reasons. Because
I think they should put a clause in there that if y'all do not move in together, you get no money. They need to do something to give them more incentive to make it work. Like,
but they don't make that much money as it is.
No, but I'm saying if they start out like, okay, if you do the show, you get $3,000. Okay. But if you stick it out and act like you married and do XYZ, you'll get double. Like, give them more incentive, because these people, they going into this thing, they got their own. I don't think none of them want to be married. I really don't at this point.
I think they should have vet like 2 or 3 couples. Then the other 3 you could just go out on a limb and say, oh well, because it's TV. You want it to be entertaining. They ain't it's about love, but it's really about entertaining, so people can talk about it. So I feel like
you already messed up the show some more. What are you talking about? The rest of them are like, oh, it's just well. It's already well. What you mean?
Yeah.
It's already. But
I mean, I just feel like y'all got to at least produce. If y'all can produce 2 successful couples a season, this is a success. It's 50-50. This percentage is 1%.
If that.
When's the last time they had a couple that stayed together? Who's the last couple that stayed?
Last year? Nicole.
Oh yeah.
Nicole and Chris, is it?
Oh yeah. I haven't
Yeah,
heard
she
nothing
was.
about
Yeah,
them.
Nicole was a
Yeah, I haven't
nut.
heard nothing about them. They still married.
Mm-hmm.
And we was the ones that thought they was not gonna make it.
I
Yeah,
told
she.
Shoot.
y'all he might. She might. It's always one that'll deal with somebody. I think she found her little one.
Chocolate Queen. Oh, let me go back to Frappes and Tea. She, she references a song every now and then. Everyone falls in love sometimes. Sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes it's right. Mm-hmm. And
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate Queen says they need to be more involved and give them tools to straighten their relationship since it's a short process. Right. This season's a 0%. I mean, I can see, like I gave the spoiler about Becca and Austin. I can see that. But then come the reunion, it's whatever. But back to when the ladies were talking, why did Becca spill? Now, this time Becca spilled the tea. She said, yeah, Brennan made Emily delete the diary cams because it makes him look, whatever's being said in a negative light. I'm like, how can they make you delete diary cam if it's, your diary cam should be hooked up to producers' feeds, right? Just like the living room scenes. How can they make you delete that? So I'm just curious to know what
Yeah,
was said.
I'm not sure,
So
but I can believe he did that.
Yeah, I can believe that too.
So, he's doing all that. Have y'all seen the after party a couple weeks ago? She said she didn't feel safe. So what was she holding on to?
Why are you still here? You don't feel safe.
Right. What was she holding on to? If anybody would have
Right.
the real reason, it would have been Emily for two reasons.
Yep.
One, she didn't feel safe. And then since she didn't, the accident would have stopped me from filming anyway.
Right. You don't feel safe, but you wanted him to come back after he left. It ain't making no
Exactly.
sense.
Like when she said that a couple of weeks ago, she said when he gets mad he throws things and he carries on off camera, and I'm thinking to myself, why hasn't the producers quit that? Like, that part, is he threatening the producers, threatening to sue the producers if they show him not being nice? Like what was the girl? Remember the girl that was like, I'm a
I'm
nice
a bad
person.
person.
I'm a good
Alyssa.
person.
Emily,
Alyssa.
Alyssa.
Listen, they constantly, the
Mm-hmm.
producers put her on blast all the time. And I'm
All the
curious
time.
as to why they haven't put Brennan on blast like that.
Right. So I don't know. Becca says again, the men have been just concerned about the optics of their relationship. Well, all the men have walked away, right? Brennan, Cameron, Orion, now Austin. All the original men have walked away.
Nobody left.
And which one said that? Oh, we're in this. We never gonna get a divorce. Was that Brennan?
That was Brennan.
Mm. Oh, you
Anybody
about
that
to
said
eat
they
them
gonna get
words,
a
honey.
divorce.
You
Anybody
about
that said it. Just like the people that say, "Oh, marriage is easy." Oh yeah, y'all gonna fail.
Who said marriage was easy?
Becca,
But you know
this is
what?
so easy.
But the other part I thought was a red flag when he said he didn't get along with his sister,
his whole family.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a red flag, and he didn't want to talk about it. And I was like, that's a red flag, because
Yeah.
how a man treats the women in his family is how he gonna treat his girlfriend or his wife.
Right. But Brennan said, I know you weren't on the show then, Kayla, that the biggest argument he ever got into was with his mom and his dad. That's also a red flag. So Brennan's a walking red flag anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was wondering, what was Chloe thinking sitting there listening to all the ladies who are not with their men? What relationship is going to be? You know what I'm saying? So, do you think
be like, hold my vibrator? I'll be over here in a minute.
Mute the mic at the last minute. Do you think that she is liking Michael more? Do you think she's getting more in tune with Michael, or you think it's going to be a no? What you think?
Going to be a no.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Here's a question. Chocolate Queen says, I don't get along with my family. Does that mean my relationships will be a red flag? We're only talking about Brennan. We've seen his play out, so we don't know your dynamic.
Right. I'm over here nodding like, yeah. But no.
Everybody's different. Everybody's different. There's always
everybody's different.
Cousin, whatever, that you may not necessarily get along with, that their family. But Brennan specifically said these things.
And you can see how he's relating to other people.
Right.
And that's the thing. Like, he can't relate to any it's weird. Like, he has like a serial killer vibe.
Ted Bundy.
Take that back. Don't put that out there. He has his vibe. Okay, he said his family is originally from Russia, and that his parents wanted him to marry a girl from their region, but instead he's married an American girl. So maybe he's got those Eastern.
Brennan said that?
Yes.
Really?
Brennan, Eastern European traditions. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that
did he ever? I missed that part when he opened up.
That was before they got married, and when he was talking to his mom and dad, he said his mom would be okay, but his dad was hard-nosed, and he's just now having a relationship with his dad. That was episode 2, because I went back to watch How Did It Come This Way, episode 2. So, and they were the first to get married too, so all his came out in the very, very beginning. So, because I want to know why he thinks like this. So Brennan has a tough time like manning up or being, with his family, his parents. So is that dynamic as well? So who knows?
So they just picked him for good entertainment.
More or less.
I don't know.
Yeah, they got to pick somebody life to ruin.
See, Frappes and T said, I think it's understandable why he doesn't get along with his family. His upbringing plays a part. Exactly. Because he said his dad was an alcoholic for like 30 years or something. He watches mom and dad go through the DV situations and just.
And you didn't get no therapy. And then you thought of say, oh, great. Yeah, I went through all this trauma in my life. I'm ready to get married.
So
that's
shapely. So Chocolate Queen says she can't get past him wearing skirts in her jewelry. Exactly. So all right. Well,
I think she got that vibrator she wanted. She don't need him no more.
I don't know. Somebody said they saw a spoiler, but we didn't hear the spoiler about it. So we'll have to wait and see. But next week is decision day for Austin, Becca, Brennan, Emily, Cameron, and Claire. I don't know if we're going to see Lauren and Orion or not, because they already got divorced, so there is technically no decision.
I'm skipping all the way through. I don't need to watch this. It's about to be 15 minutes worth of show.
Right.
No. Oh, okay. After party. Keisha, what happened?
But now, are they going to drag it out so we can see Chloe and Michael? I mean,
yeah, they're going to drag it out.
How is that? Yes. How does that work?
So they're going to continue on. They're going to get their weeks of, what is this for them? Week 4. This is their halfway point. We're going to see 4 more weeks of them before their own decision day. So this is going through April.
Yeah, that's why. That's where that April 4th came in at.
Where it came in at. It's going through April.
And I mean, we about to see all them go talk to their friends to deliberate for the last time. They go talk to their mamas and sisters, and then they gonna do decision day. They gonna probably do maybe one couple of them next week. Tune in next time.
But then we have a reunion too, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we're gonna be in there until the end of April. Yeah.
I hope that Michael and Chloe, their decision day, since they're the last ones, it'll be like you said, Devontae, that 15 minutes, and then we jump right into the reunion, because there's no reason to have an hour and a half show of Chloe and Michael. So that's
I'm sure they are.
We don't
just because
they're gonna drag it.
It's already been this episode 19. Next week is episode 20. So they've already
they usually have 26. The last couple of seasons been 25, 26.
Well, we're on that ride right now. So
I'm just waiting for the reunion for everybody to go in on Orion. That's all I'm licking my chops for.
Did y'all see there was no after party? Did you see the decision day dish with the other couples?
That was the best thing ever. They need to bring that back.
Yeah,
they didn't have much better. The last
person. Don't bring back Mirla though. Like what purpose do she serve? Like why?
Right.
Why? Why you got miserable? Why you got miserable? You can't have miserable people on there. Come on now.
Right.
Exactly.
She
So
in the same boat she was at when she started Married at First Sight. Going shopping, got a boyfriend. He gonna be gone a couple. Whatever. We know how this going.
Mm-hmm.
any final thoughts before we move into decision day?
I
It's
think
gonna be exciting next week.
Mm-hmm.
they all
It's sad.
divorcing, and it would be foolish for any of them to stay together.
Right. For any
Well,
reason.
Oh, Becca
right.
is a nut. I'm sorry. First of all, yeah. Don't go put on my jacket with all your clay on there. They come back talking about you should. If you really cared about me, I care about you. But don't get in my car with your muddy feet.
Right.
What that got to do
Right.
with it? Why you go?
I,
First of all, your coat over there too. Why you gonna pick my coat up? What I gonna wear? I can't fit your little jacket.
Brennan, is
I
that you?
thought that too, Vontae. I did
I
think
mean,
that.
imagine somebody y'all get into it and then somebody got wet clay arms and they go put on your jacket and they
Because
Oh no.
jacket right there.
Becca will do anything to be connected to Austin.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure she got his shirts just so she can smell them
Becca, you'll never be connected
and
to Alton
made a
because you ain't
voodoo
connected
doll.
to the higher power, and that's why y'all ain't working now. You can't. One person can't be religious and one person cannot. That never works. Never has.
Right.
But I think,
Right.
and the other thing is, I think she has a lot to work on because she said the only way that she can connect with a person is through sex. How,
Mhm.
and I feel like if you're trying
Therapy,
to, and
therapy,
that's why
therapy.
she's still single,
Yeah.
because you cannot just meet somebody and then go to bed with them. Now y'all going to have, I'm not saying it doesn't happen,
Mhm.
but if you want to be taken seriously,
Mm-hmm.
when you go that route, it's a good chance it's not going
Uh-uh.
to work.
Right.
I don't think she was really trying to have sex the whole time. I don't feel her sex appeal was terrible. What about
Mm,
us? What about our conversation was gonna lead to sex? We joke. You can't joke into sex. Like you
Yeah.
can joke until like we get along, get that moment, but it's
Mhm.
just like nothing. Y'all never talked about really nothing that'll like turn into romance. Y'all kept
Mm-hmm.
joking about stuff like when is it gonna get serious? All right, yeah, for real, for real. Nobody
Right.
voice got low. Nobody came in with lingerie.
You're
Nobody
right.
came in the
They
bed
never
butt
really
naked.
talked about anything else.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it wasn't like there was no way it's gonna lead up to sex. We
Nah.
doing knock jokes all day. What is the sex in that?
And play Nintendo 64 all day too.
Right,
So
right. What Donkey Kong ain't never turned into Pound Town?
it's
And
time for you to go to
what
bed.
Okay.
is her
Wow, look at
sickness?
the time. Look at the
What is her
time.
what is her illness again? Does anybody remember?
Endometriosis.
Oh,
Endometriosis.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot what that meant. I had to look it
But
up.
I'm thinking when I was watching it yesterday, I was thinking that could have a lot to do with her emotions too.
The hormone part, probably so.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Probably
because
so.
she was like way too emotional over some of the smallest things. And I was just like, why are you just taking it too deep? It's not that deep.
I agree. I agree. So we'll see next week what they say. And hopefully y'all can join next week. And I'm gonna say divorce is for everybody. That's what I say.
Like Oprah, you get a divorce. You get a divorce. And you get a divorce.
So I know the experts seem like they're surprised at Claire and Cameron's comments. So we'll see what they have to say. I hope
Mm-hmm.
Cameron goes first and says no. So that's just me. So, anyways, thank you all so much for watching, joining. I really appreciate it. This was fun. It's fun
Yeah.
every week. It's fun.
Don't
So
forget to comment and like.
yes, ma'am. So I'll see y'all next week if you can join. Thank you, Kayla. Haven't seen you in a while. So you take care.
Y'all
All
have a
right,
good
I'll be
night.
watching y'all for the next day.
Bye.
Take
All
care.
right, see you
Good
later.
night. Bye bye.